mind jumps to, they have lost interest. He starts overthinking. He feels anxious. He's scared of losing them. Now look at Shyam. Shyam also gets a late reply. But his mind goes like, maybe they are busy. Maybe they are tired. But they still care. He doesn't overthink. He is calm and continues with his day's activities. Same situation, but completely different reaction. If you are more like Ram right now and you want to shift into Sham's mindset, then stay till the end of this video because I will show exactly how this shift is possible for you. Albert Ellis, the founder of Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, or also known as REBT, had a very honest view of human nature. He believed that we are born with two opposite potentials, living inside us at the same time. On the one side, we naturally want to grow. We want to be happy, connect with others, think clearly, love, and move towards self-actualization. But at the same time, he also said that we have inbuilt tendency towards self-destruction. We overthink, we blame ourselves, we hold on to rigid, irrational ideas even when they clearly hurt us. According to him, this inner conflict is not something that we learn later in life. It's biological, which means irrational thinking just doesn't disappear on its own. It continues unless we learn the new way of thinking. Ellis didn't focus much on age or the developmental stages in therapy. He believed that anyone at any age can fall into this irrational thinking. However, he did point out one important thing. Children are more vulnerable to these outside influences. Children absorb beliefs easily. They question them less. And many of these beliefs quietly stay with us in adulthood, without us ever realizing it. He described humans as highly suggestible and easily disturbed, not because we are weak, but because we are constantly talking to ourselves. This inner dialogue is called as self-talk. We are always interpreting events, judging others, and evaluating situations, even when we are not aware of it. Ellis believed that people actually have the power to control their thoughts, behavior, and emotions. But that control is only possible when we first become aware of our self-talk. The problem is many people unknowingly sabotage their own growth. They repeat self-defeating messages which was learned long ago. Messages that feel familiar, comfortable, and true, even when they are not. This is where REBT or Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy comes in. REBT is based on one powerful idea. We are not disturbed by the event itself. We are disturbed by the belief we attach to them. Ellis believed that we all have the capacity to think both rationally and irrationally. From childhood, we learn beliefs from parents, society, and experiences. Over time, we start adding our own rules to them. We repeat these beliefs through thoughts and behaviors so often that they become facts and not interpretations anymore. So, REBT focuses on identifying these beliefs and replacing them with more realistic, flexible ones. So, growth becomes possible again. This is why REBT doesn't focus on changing the past. It focuses on what you tell yourself repeatedly right now. He challenged another powerful idea. You do not need to be loved and accepted by everyone. To explain this, Ellis introduced the ABC model. A is the activating event, something that happens outside you, like failure, criticism, or breakup. B is the belief you form about the event, or we can say like what you interpret about it. And C is the behavioral and emotional consequence, which is your behavior, reactions, and emotion. Most people think A causes C, that events directly cause these emotions. But he showed that B is the real trigger. It's B, your belief, that creates the C. Two people can face the same situation. One overthinks, panics, and spirals, and the other stays calm because their beliefs are different. REBT teaches that negative emotions aren't the problem. Unhealthy emotions come from the irrational beliefs. If your belief is rational, you may still feel sad, disappointed, or concerned, but in a healthy way. If your belief is irrational, then your emotions can turn intense, overwhelming, and self destructive. He also believed something radical for his time, that psychological disturbance to a large extent is a personal choice. Not because people want to suffer, but because consciously or unconsciously they choose irrational beliefs when negative events occur. When something painful happens, you always have two options. You can interpret it through an irrational belief or a rational one. The emotional outcome depends on that choice. And yes, changing beliefs is not instant. He was very clear about this. It takes awareness, effort, and persistence. But the good news is it is possible. And once beliefs change, behavior and emotions also change with them. Now, understanding the ABC model is helpful, but Ellis didn't stop here. The real goal of REBT is change. Now we will be discussing about ABCDEF model of Albert Ellis. Ellis believed that most of our emotional pain comes from the absolutist thinking. Thoughts filled with must, shoulds, never, always. For example, I must be loved. I should be treated better. This should not have happened with me. REBT teaches something radical but freeing. Human beings are fallible, including you. Things won't always go your way, and that doesn't make your life unbearable. What creates suffering is low frustration tolerance, not the situation itself. So, after ABC, REBT introduces D, disputing. Disputing here means challenging the belief, not the situation. Ellis described this in 3 steps. First, detecting. Catching those extreme words in your self-talk, like must, should, never, always. Second, debating. Asking yourself, is this belief logical? Is it helping me? Where is the evidence? And third, discriminating. Learning to separate irrational beliefs from rational ones, self-helping ones. When you do this consistently, something shifts. You move to E, a new effective belief. And finally F, a healthier emotional response. The situation may stay the same, but you don't suffer the same way anymore. And Ellis was very clear about this one thing. It is not magic. It requires practice in daily life. But the moment you realize that you have created this belief, you also realize that you have the power to change it. Now, let's come back to Ram. Ram got a late reply, and instantly his mind jumps to, they have lost interest in me. I am not important. What if I lose them? Let's break this using the ABC model. A. Activating the event. Ram got a late reply. B. Belief. This means I am not valued. Something is wrong. C. Consequence. Anxiety, overthinking, fear of abandonment. Maybe even checking the phone again and again. Notice something important here. The late reply didn't cause Ram anxiety. His belief about the late reply did. Now, here's where the real change begins. We move from ABC to ABCDEF model. D. Disputing the belief. Ram asks himself, is a late reply proof of rejection? Is this belief logical or emotional? Am I assuming the worst without any evidence? Then comes E, an effective new belief. A late reply could mean many things. It doesn't define my worth. I can tolerate uncertainty. And finally F, a new feeling. Calm, emotional balance. Ram continues with his day just like Sham did. Same situation, different belief, completely different emotional outcome. And this is where I want you to listen to me very carefully. Most psychological struggles you hear about, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, are not caused by situations alone. They are caused by repeated irrational belief patterns which we never question. REBT doesn't teach you how to control the world. It teaches you to stop letting your beliefs control you. When you change the belief, the emotion follows. If this made you see your own thoughts differently, then share this video with someone who thinks like Ram. And if you want more psychology videos explained in simple real life way, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. Your mind is powerful, and once you understand that, you will stop being afraid of it.